What is going on, everybody? This is Mr. Tony Stark, and today I have another gun review class setup video for you. Today we're going to be taking a look at the M8A1 assault rifle. It is an assault rifle that you unlock later in your prestige. A lot of people actually are using their prestige token after they prestige to unlock this gun permanently. Now, if you play leagues, you will notice that a lot of people use this weapon, use it with Select Fire, which enables the normal burst round type of fire to become fully automatic. You will notice that a lot in league play because everything is unlocked. Now, if you are playing, normally you're playing in core or hardcore, and you rank this gun up, you will be able to unlock the Select Fire for it, which, like I said, will take the gun from being a 3-round burst assault rifle to being a fully automatic assault rifle. Now, it is very similar to the Type 95 from Modern Warfare 3 in that it is very, very powerful, it has a lot of damage, and even though it is a burst fire weapon, you can pull the trigger rather quickly and get a lot of shots off at once. Now, with that being said, we're going to take a look at the side-by-side comparison of two different classes, one pre-select fire and one with the select fire, the alternate setup. Now, I know some of you are going to want to use the burst, and some of you are going to want to use the select fire. Like I said, they both have their advantages and disadvantages. Now, we're going to take a look at the pre-select fire class setup first and see how that shoots in the damage pattern, and then the other class. So first, getting right into it, the pre-select fire class setup, obviously you go with the M8A1 primary with the reflex sight and foregrip. Secondary, I threw on a small just because with this gun assault rifle, you're not going to be rushing. You're going to be kind of playing the objective a little bit more, always aiming down sights, moving more cautiously around the map with this class. So with the small, you're going to be able to help your teammates take down UAVs or do anything like that, kind of provide some support. For the perks, I went with Flak Jacket, Toughness, and Tactical Mask, just because, again, if you're providing support, you want to not be naded out of spots, especially if you're head glitching, that kind of thing. Toughness will allow you to keep shooting even if you're being shot at, and then Tactical Mask obviously will keep you safe from the concussions, flashbangs, those sorts of things. Lethal, I went with a frag grenade, and tactical EMP grenades, take 2 of them. EMP grenades are awesome if you are running that support role. You can take out equipment and you just really throw the enemy off. So moving into how you're actually going to see the gun fire and the damage, as you notice from the hip, the spread pattern is kind of tight, but it takes almost 4 or 5 pulls to kill from the hip if you're not aiming down sights. Once you do aim down sights, it takes 2 direct pulls with the gun to get a kill, even if it's not a headshot. If it's a headshot, it's a 1 pull shot every time. With that being said, let's move into the alternate. Now, taking a look at the alternate class setup for this weapon, obviously you're going to take the weapon as primary and you're going to throw on foregrip and select fire. Now, remember that turns the gun from a burst fire weapon into a fully automatic assault rifle if you choose to. You can also keep it on burst fire if you need to. As the perks, in perk slot 1, take lightweight. Perk slot 2, take toughness and fast hands, which means you have to throw in perk 2 greed as your wild card. Perk 3, you're going to take dexterity. Now, instead of a frag, I took Semtex and then again an EMP because you're still going to want to have that support. Like I said, EMPs are very underrated. You can take out sentry guns, guardians, anything that is electronic that gets in the blast radius. So that's always a good thing to have. Now, again, remember, the first class is kind of more of a support role. With a burst fire, you're going to be mainly hanging back, taking lines of sight, and doing that kind of thing. With this one, you can actually rush a little bit more with lightweight dexterity. You can actually be more of a slayer and a forward player. Now, taking a look at the damage, you'll notice that from the hip, this gun still has decent damage from close range, but very high damage when aimed down sight. Once you do move into an outside, further away position, the hip fire is absolutely horrendous. Whereas from the hip, from long range with the burst fire, it still was pretty decent. Here you'll see that it takes almost a full clip to get the kill from the hip. Obviously, you're not going to want to aim down the sights, or you're not going to want to shoot from the hip from far away. Aiming down the sight, it still has a high damage rate. Now, if we take a look at both class setups side by side and take a look at the spread pattern of the bullet fire, you'll notice that from the hip on both classes, the spread pattern is relatively tight, but tighter overall with the select fire, with the burst fire method. Now, once you aim down sights, you'll notice that the 3-round burst is just a tad tighter than the automatic. The automatic, it pulls up just a tad over the span of the clip. Both class setups are excellent when it comes to aiming down sights and keeping that spread pattern tight. It's just going to maximize the damage and the effectiveness in getting that kill, whether it's a body shot or a headshot. Obviously, like I said, with the burst, it's a one-shot headshot, one burst pull, headshot kill, and with the automatic, it's about, you know, half a clip. It's about, not half a clip, it's about 5 shots or so. So as you can see, both of these class setups are ideal for using either a support role or a slayer role, and both work out really well. I do enjoy this weapon. It's one of the better assault rifles, and I recommend that you check it out. If you have any questions or anything like that, please feel free to let me know. Any suggestions, questions, comments about these class setups, if you've used them, if you plan on using them, and if you have a suggestion for a gun that you'd like to see sooner than later, please feel free to let me know. If you like the video, please feel free to click the like button. I always appreciate it. Until next time, I'll see you later.